we thought we'd do it on the avenue.
Waas, Sappening.
All right, we are back for another episode of SeunevA Lifestyles presents What's Happening. I'm Tim, one of your co-hosts. I got my primo Michael.
What's up? What's up?
Other primo Jeffrey.
What's crapping?
And the second best baseball player in the whole wide world, Metal George.
Orale.
Orale.
Slow down, man. Michael says slow down when you introduce us, man.
I got to pause a second, so I'm told.
You're over there double dribble already.
Started drinking at 4. And we got our unpaid interns. There we go. Hey, so I was under the weather last podcast, so I missed it.
Yes, you did.
I saw it. Very good episode. Good job, guys.
Thanks.
Good job.
Thank you.
The host was dope.
We missed you, big cousin.
Yeah.
The guy who introduced everybody that day was spot on.
Yeah, he took his second.
Yeah.
He took 1 second to introduce
Yes,
everybody.
he did.
Yes, he did.
He listened to what Michael had to say.
Follow protocol.
So is this your soapbox right here?
No. I've got a soapbox though.
All right. We'll start with it.
No. Let's get down the line right there, Michael. What'd you do for the week?
What about you? Let's
I ordered a shower chair. I was kind of sick. I feel better now. Thank you.
Shower chair.
Dude, and a bedside table. No, I had bad allergies. I mean, when I was a kid, I never had allergies. And then as I get getting older, I get freaking allergies. And it's dust.
I like the way you said that when you got older, not grew tall or anything like that, because you didn't grow tall.
No.
He grew a mustache, though.
I grew a mustache.
Finally, all that onion paint out.
Yeah. My wife's listening, so I ain't going to say anything. We'll just let it ride.
Oh, that's our one listener.
What about you, Mike?
Me? Oh, man, I've been busy, of course. You guys know I'm trying to finish up the house, so I've been busy with that. We had Scent Rock's community unveiling of the...
Yes, we did.
I saw that.
Yep. Of the mural. That went down good. We had some media coverage for it. And actually, you know what? Like George texted you earlier, stay ready so you don't have to be ready. Get ready, right?
Sugar-free.
Sugar-free. So I was prepared just in case they wanted to talk and interview me, right? So ABC 15 showed up and...
Snubbed you.
No. Oh. No, she didn't. So I met her in the parking lot, right?
Whoa.
And we started talking. And so I was prepared, right? And dude, I was giving her sound bites that she could use in her entire thing, right?
You were talking about me?
You're giving her hooks?
I was giving her hooks, right? So she obviously so this was just conversation, right? And she was going, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So,
Witty banter.
So just so you guys know, obviously you guys know what happened with the Isaac School District, right? There was some trouble and we were in the news, bad press, right? So this was a good thing to bring something good and positive to the community, right?
It was Esperanza School. You forgot to mention that.
Correct. So, I had like a something prepared in the event media was going to want to talk. So I was talking to her in the parking lot, gave her everything, but I really wanted to focus on Joseph, on Scent, right? So I introduced her to Scent Rock. They do their thing. Well, when she went on air, she used all the stuff that I gave her when I talked to her. I was like, oh my God, she totally...
She's a biter?
They're good
She's
at
a biter,
that.
dude.
They're good at that shit.
Yeah, she took everything that I told her and used it. And I was like, she just said everything that I told her. Because I was like, hey, look, this was a great way to end the week. We had a lot of trouble during the week here. We were in the media for bad press. But this shows the strength of the community. And, we're ending it on a positive note. This is something positive. And she said that literally verbatim, right?
It's a good thing she didn't bring you on.
So, she was like, okay, I'm gonna take. So then on top of that, the school district's communication department, they took exactly what I wrote and they put it in their post. I was like, what the hell?
And they didn't quote you?
No. My sister Erica texted me. She was like,
the source?
no. She was like, look at this shit. And I go, oh my God, they basically copied exactly. No.
That's annoying, bro.
Yeah. But anyways, it was all good. And
No, it's not all good.
No, it sounds like it bothered you.
it did bother me.
It is.
But anyway,
It bothers me and I
him.
wasn't there.
No,
It
all
is
right.
bothering.
Don't mess with my cousin, man.
So let me tell you. So last thing, I was in Flagstaff earlier this week.
A bear stole your shit.
No. So,
It was on one of them signs.
but we'll talk about it because our guest will probably have a good opinion about this. But I don't know. I don't watch TV hardly, but these guys were watching the Grammys,
Okay.
and Beyonce won Best Country Album of the Year.
I'm sorry, boo on that.
So on the
Boo
way
on that
home,
to the max.
I go, let me see if she really deserved it. So I listened to Cowboy Carter all the way home to see if it was worth it. or
If you
not.
say you liked it, I'm gonna flip this table. I'm
we'll
flipping this motherfucker.
We'll pick back up
Wait
on
a
that.
minute, she's in Houston. She's in Houston, so wait a minute. I
But
guess
we'll talk about that later.
Anyway,
What was your favorite song of the album?
I think it was. It has to be the popular Texas Hold'em, I believe it was. Yeah,
Never heard it.
Yeah, I know. I know. 3 of us would probably know what I'm talking about, but I doubt.
Jeffrey, you know what he's talking about?
this ain't
Yeah,
Texas.
okay.
Yeah,
All
this
right,
ain't
all right.
Texas. But anyways, that's what I had been going on. Sorry, long rant.
No, you're definitely.
What channel was this?
What do you mean? What channel?
The girl that was
The biter.
Yeah, the biter. Where was she from? What channel?
Oh, Channel 15.
All right, no longer am I watching Channel 15.
There you go. Boycott Channel 15.
Because you guys were supposed to be on.
that's for you.
That's
for
double
you.
boo for Channel 15. Because at one time, back in the days, you guys were supposed to be on Family Feud, but they never called you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't bring that up. Don't bring that up. Yeah, that is a sore spot.
That is a sore spot.
And for the record, I answered the question to steal the question. So hey, that's another thing. The answer was ketchup. But
what about you, Jeffrey?
Yeah, what's up with you, Jeff?
Man, working a lot. dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, working
That's
a
good.
lot.
That's like I hear. I like to hear that.
Yeah.
Trying to get
Let me feel your hands. Oh, yeah, they're rough.
trying to get, help my big cousin over here get his house together. So
Oh, the garage dude finally showed up.
The
the
garage.
garage just finally showed up.
But I'm not making you a burrito.
It's all right. Your mom will.
he'll give you one. He'll give you one.
His in-law.
Dude, we were out here. We were out here the other night till about 8:30. Huh?
Yeah.
Prepping. So tomorrow it'll go down. So cheers. If
Cheers.
if the garage doors come out crooked. Other
Hell
than
yeah.
that, everything's all good, man. Celebrated my mom's
70th.
70th.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Birthday party.
birthday.
She was
I seen that on
surprised.
social media. She was surprised, too.
She was genuinely surprised, and so here's to you, Ma.
There you go.
You have a year of many blessings.
Bam, give me that. All right.
That's about it. Jorge, what you got?
Who, me?
Soapbox? Or are you gonna tell us?
No,
what's
actually, you
going
know what? I want to go. I want to talk about music because I went to a concert couple, 2 concerts in the last 2 weeks, and that's not. Usually, I don't do that anymore. That's back in the day stuff. But I went to Maxwell the first time, and me and the old lady took off. Well, I never seen him in concert. It was a good time, really good time. We had a great time. That dude can sing still. He can still get down. The love jams were bumping like that. You know, I haven't seen the old lady grind like that in a long time.
There's gonna be a lot of September, baby. There's gonna be a lot of September, October, maybe August.
Because then after the Maxwell, we went out to some restaurant, and I'll find out what it is before the end of this show.
You went to Mcneil de
Agave.
Agave.
Miel
There you
de
go.
agave.
Yes.
Yes, we did. We went there. We had some dinner after the concert and some drinks.
Damn, it was a
And
date.
Yeah, it was a date. And then after that, we had sex. Yeah, dude.
By yourself? By yourself or with someone?
Boom. It was nice. We ended the night nice.
Did you go to work the next day?
Yes.
Oh.
No. It was a weekend concert. Oh. The next concert was the Sacred Souls.
Yes.
And that was on a Thursday. You know how we feel about Thursday. You know,
Yeah.
weekday,
Not catching
weekday concerts. Ooh,
They're rough.
they're tough. But
So no dinner, no.
no, we didn't do nothing. Straight to bed.
Levi Levin, all
Yeah.
dry humping.
Right after the concert, we went straight to bed like that.
It was all corduroys.
At my age, you know, sleep is a little bit better than sex now. That's the way it is. It's my age now. That's the way it goes. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is.
Oh, that's cool.
You know? Maybe I got to grow a mustache like Timmy.
Yeah. It's a fountain of youth, man.
So, Timmy, we're all making these jokes like this, and you ain't even introduce our
I know.
our guests here,
I was letting you guys
man.
get things
Oh,
off the
man.
chest. But we have 2 wonderful guests. We have Jana Nolan, once again. She's here for it. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And we have Miss Dana Cortez. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the
Hello.
show for the first time.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yep. And let me just start by saying that you are, as far as I understand, you are the first Latina to have a nationally syndicated
Yes.
radio show.
Yes.
Right?
Right on.
In English media. Yeah. They don't like us in English media. I don't know why.
I'll tell you why.
We are honored to have you. Thanks
Well,
for
thank
coming on the
you.
show.
Thank you.
And we have some, I have a couple questions that my wife wanted me to ask specifically.
Oh, I like wives. I
You're
do.
gonna ask him right now?
Me too.
No. Well, you were saying earlier, you're doing something different now?
No.
You transitioned or something?
So-
Did I misunderstand that?
No, well, I mean, we're no longer on the radio in Phoenix. We
Okay.
are still living in Phoenix. We have a house in Phoenix. So,
Okay.
Phoenix is our home. My husband is the DJ for the Phoenix Suns.
Yep.
He DJs for the Diamondbacks, and now he's doing something with the Rattlers as well.
Wow.
What's his name?
Yeah.
DJ Automatic.
DJ Automatic.
DJ Automatic. There it
Yeah,
is.
shout out DJ Automatic. So we live here and we have a house in Houston.
Okay.
We are also doing radio in Houston, but we're nationally syndicated, so our show is all over the country.
Right.
So you're talking about ABC, like, you wake up with Good Morning America. It's kind of like how we're do. They're in New York, but you get to watch them everywhere. We're in Phoenix or Houston, and you get to hear us wherever.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hell
so
yeah.
it's exciting. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So how was the move?
It is still ongoing.
Yeah.
Right now, we bought a condo that we have to a high rise that we had to redo. We had to gut. We found this amazing contractor. Shout out Oscar from HTX Renovations.
There you go.
Got to shout him out. You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
Absolutely.
Shout the man out. And so he's almost done. We didn't even get started till November. We go back this Sunday. We'll be able to spend the night there.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Congratulations
So,
on
you guys
that.
are going to be commuting back and forth.
Yeah, we'll be going back and forth. Yeah, but Houston, I'll be honest, I love Houston. When you were, dissing Beyonce, I was feeling like might have to get up from the chair. But I forgive you.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm a Texas girl. I was born
Yeah.
in Texas.
No? What part of Texas?
I'm from Big Spring. You never heard of
Yeah,
Big
I was going
Spring?
to say the same thing.
Small town, tiny little town. Big Spring is this big, and Texas is huge.
Yes.
But I was raised in that part, West Texas, and Dallas Fort Worth, and Pecos, Texas too. So moved all over there.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
what's the name of that town? You said you're from
Big Spring,
Okay, what's the closest major city?
Midland, Odessa, Abilene.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know
that
Abilene.
around. Yeah, so it's in between Abilene and Midland, Odessa, and they call it Big Spring because the Cherokee Native Americans used to go there. All the natives would go to that area because there's a huge spring,
Spring. Oh,
a big spring. So when the people came from everywhere else, they were like, "Oh, that's what we'll call it. We'll call it Big
That's
Spring."
pretty cool.
So
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yatahe.
it's a town or city?
It's a town.
How many stoplights you have? How many stoplights you have?
It's a town. Big Spring's bigger than Pecos. So Big Spring probably anywhere from 16 to 20,000 people, I think.
Okay.
Oh, pretty-
Pecos maybe 7,000. Like I lived there, and then I grew up also in Dallas, so I was there a lot too. So Dallas is like huge, right?
Yes,
so yeah,
yes. I've worked
Yeah.
in
So,
Dallas
Mija,
before.
you're a Cowboys fan.
you know it.
That's what I'm talking
That's right, baby. That's right. I knew. That's why I didn't know.
Thank you.
Don't hate.
Thank you, Chico.
Don't hate. I know we're not doing very well right now, but next season it's on.
It's always next
It's
season.
always next season.
Hey, we're like Cardinal fans now. Next season.
Yeah. Hey, at least we've got some rings. We got some rings,
rings.
We got
Not
some
since
rings.
Tom Landry got you.
Not
one.
more
I was
than
gonna
J-Lo.
say-
You ain't
Yeah,
got more than J-Lo.
Not more than J-Lo. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Quick question. Chiefs or Eagles this weekend?
Well, I have to say the Kansas City Chiefs, and let me tell you a story. My girl Jenny, I was telling Jana on the way over here. She's their entertainment director, and she's Latina, and she's the first woman to direct an entertainment, the organization for the NFL, rather. Wow! So I'm really excited for them to win. I'm proud of her for her achievements, and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, for me, I got no skin in the game, right? I don't really
Right.
care. But he is such a great quarterback.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
Otto's going for the Philadelphia Eagles, but he also loves, the Chiefs. I don't know. He has no skin in the game either. Pobrecito, he's a Minnesota Vikings fan, so I don't even know what to tell him.
You cannot, if you're a Cowboy fan, you cannot go for the Eagles.
See, that's how I feel, right? You
Plain
just
and simple.
can't.
Plain
You
and
just
simple.
can't go for the
I get
Eagles.
that.
Same division.
Sorry,
Same division.
I don't want to
Yeah.
derail. I just had to ask her real quick.
Well, hang on, Jana. Who you got?
I hate the Chiefs.
You guys are riding together, right?
Yes.
On the way back, I'll tell her more about Jenny. Maybe she'll cheer for them.
I'm cheering for your girl, but not them. No.
Yeah, everybody's tired of seeing them win, but that's what happens when you're on top. People come at you, they cheer you on, and then when you're the underdog, and then you're on top.
Like them though.
For real?
Yes.
Dude, they were
years.
sorry for a long time until Mahomes came around.
For years.
They were.
And I think that it's him.
Yeah.
I think it's him.
It's him.
Never.
I don't like his wife either.
But he's good. He's good. He's
No,
a
he
good
is
quarterback.
good. He's super good. He is super good. I mean, he would look good in a Steelers uniform. I ain't gonna lie, but that's never.
I will. The Cowboys will take him. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kansas City refs are definitely going to win.
Wow.
Oh, hot take. Hot take.
Anyway,
Yeah. Well, anyways,
Y'all
yeah.
put any money down?
I got more money than I care to think about.
Really?
So I got a lot of buddies that do the the squares.
Yeah.
And so I probably got about $800 worth of squares.
Really?
You hear that, Elena?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she knows.
one of them pays $10,000 for the final.
See,
score.
but if you win,
if
you win,
what they
then you
say-
both win.
Hey,
no,
Yeah.
we'll get some new mics.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll get sure,
will.
Mike.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna get allergy pills.
He even convinced me to get in one.
And mustache.
Did you get in one too?
Yeah.
Well, how much? How much?
No, it's just I only got in a $20 one because he's like, hey, it's the best $20 investment you'll make if
Yeah.
you win.
Hey, if you win.
Yeah.
I mean that's the thing is you can't win if you don't play, right? And it makes it a little like you got no skin in the game, like you said. It gives you something to look at, right? Because it pays every quarter. It pays like $2,500 a quarter for the first 3 quarters, and then it pays $250 if you're touching
Surrounding
it, and then final score pays $10,000.
Hey,
So
Michael,
instead of just waiting around for the commercials, you've got something to look for.
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
you know, so-
$20 is the best. I got beachfront property in Yuma. $20.
I bought swampland from Erica Stroud. Anyway, like I said, sorry, I didn't mean to derail the conversation, but carry on.
Too late.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So, can I just jump into it?
Sure.
How did coming from a small town like you said?
Yeah.
How did you get into? I mean, what kind of drove you that way?
So I'll do a long story short because
Okay.
I know it's a podcast and we don't have all day. But I was a very young mom. I was 15 when I had my daughter Kirsten.
Okay.
She's already in her late 20s. So I was really I was 15. I needed to get a job and I kind of hustled my way into whatever I could.
Okay.
I was working overnights at a convenience store. I shined shoes. I did everything I could. And my ex, who was not a very good person, wanted to get into radio. I ended up getting into radio. I was doing part-time Sunday nights on a Tejano station. This is like when Tejano was like over. I think I did it for like 2 weeks.
Doing like playing music?
Yeah, like
Okay.
I would talk. I would
Okay.
show up on Sundays. And I got the job. And when he found out, he told me that I had to quit or he was going to leave me.
Oh shit.
So I quit. And then I wrote a handwritten letter. We were talking about writing earlier.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write a handwritten letter to the boss and tell him the truth. And I did. And 2 weeks later, he called me. He's like, I'm going to give you a shot. I'm going to let you come back in here and work. And it was a Sunday night, like a fill-in position. And I couldn't believe I was getting paid to talk.
Wow.
Because I had all these jobs, and I was so young. And I thought, man, I speak well. I'm intelligent. I'm going to make this into my career. And I did. I never looked back. Man, yeah.
That was the spark.
Yeah, from Sunday nights to filling in for full-timers to becoming a program director within 6 months.
Wow, that's
And it was
amazing.
small town, Odessa, Texas.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
cool.
I mean, you took a chance on yourself. You know what? It's funny you say that. I mean, it's not funny to say it, but the handwritten letters, right? 'Cause people don't do that anymore. And it goes a long. I write I have a son who lives in California, and I write him a letter like once every 6 weeks or whatever. Just write him a letter. Just
Does he
quickly.
appreciate it? Does he
He
understand?
writes me back.
Oh, that's big. Because sometimes I feel bad. Sometimes my nana would write me letters. I wouldn't write her back. That's the thing right there. When you can look at that and say somebody took the time to do that. An email's beautiful too. Don't get me wrong, an e-card, but there's just something about writing something.
Yeah,
writing it
it's
down.
not a long-winded letter. It's just, hey, what's up, Mcneil? Are you
Yeah.
super doing good? And
Yeah.
put a stamp on it. Send it off.
And actually, you know what? For Father's Day, I have my sons. I tell them I don't need a gift for Father's Day. I want you to write me a letter, and they write me letters.
And you
for
keep
Father's Day,
them
and I
right.
keep
You get
them.
to go back and look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. And
That's
it
a good
kind of gives me
idea.
a good measurement of where
Yeah.
they're at and what they think, and sometimes if I'm doing good or if I'm doing bad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So, it's, when you're talking about the small town thing, I think it's very important because growing up in the barrio that I grew up in, it was very segregated. Texas is different, especially small town Texas. I mean, I feel like it's like that here too, though, in Phoenix, right? I feel that here. When I first moved here, I was like, oh my God, there's certain parts of the city that I think I grew up like that, where you don't think you can leave that part of the city, where you don't think there's anything else, or that you can't make your own community better. And so I wanted to make my own community better, and I wanted to make my life better, my children's life better.
Nice.
And radio did that for me. And now podcasting and YouTube and everything else that I do, so
It gave you
it's
an
been a
avenue.
blessing. Yeah, for
Because
sure.
There's a lot of negative downward pressure, right?
Yes.
Keep you in your place, so to speak.
Absolutely. Even sometimes our own people, our own gente, like, ay, te crees mucho, you think you're so good, or that is something that we have to really break. You want to uplift one another. The reason crabs can't get out of the bucket is because you're pushing each other down. The more you lift out, the better we all do. So that's my goal.
You got to be the crab that gets out of the bucket.
Thank you.
Got to be.
And then you push the. No, I'm just kidding. No.
But then you gotta help the other. You gotta help bring the people.
Yeah, I mean,
that
You
are
have
down
to.
in the
bitch on the way.
You have to. You
Yeah,
have
because
to.
that is a fantastic analogy because you already hear that, right? Crab starts crawling up, another crab pulls him down, right? All the time. That's what you hear.
But that's what it is.
So
what
with
it is.
saying that, how do you handle the criticism?
Not well. I'm really sensitive.
Really?
I'm really sensitive. Especially like, I think because I'm a woman, being, Mexican American, we're judged differently. I know Jana knows, like we're judged, our looks, our opinions, what we do, what we say. It's the Dana Cortez Show, but it wasn't always. It used to be the house party, right? It was
Right.
me and Automatic and another co-host. And Otto said, man, everywhere we go, people just want to talk to you. People just want to talk to you. This is really your show. This is before we were together.
Right.
So he's like, we should just call it the Dana Cortez Show. That's how strong of a man he is too, by the way. I gotta
That's
give
cool.
him, I gotta give him
Yep.
props. And then I still get people call. We still, every day, somebody will call and say, you need to check your wife. Like she thinks she can say whatever she wants. It is wild to me. I'm like, oh my God, what year are we in? And these men mean what they're saying. And it's because they don't hear a voice like that on the radio. When you turn the radio on, it's a man, usually a woman on the side, kind of giggling, agreeing, or she's talking about, going out, being single. I'm married, I have children, I'm successful, and I'm going to have an opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to uplift our community. I have very strong opinions about where we are, who we are, how we're represented, or lack of representation. And some guys don't want to hear that, man.
So
Yeah.
do you find that you get more criticism from males or females? I mean, I got to imagine there's some catty women out there.
I'm 70-30. Women follow me.
Okay.
70-30, man. And I think it's because I'm genuine about women. When I first started radio, you made me think of something. There were these two women that I absolutely looked up to. And I wanted to be like them. I was like, oh my God, I want to be like them. We were young, dude. We were like super young. And I wanted to hang out with them. And they were always out. And they finally invited me to this concert. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I get to be part of the crew. They were kind of making fun of me on the way. I was in the back, kind of like
Initiation.
some backhanded compliments. And that's what I thought. I was like, you know what? You got to do this. You want to be in the crew, you got to put up with it. And when we got there, they kind of ignored me and they left me there. And I'm 40 miles out of town at this festival. I'm a young mom. I was 15. I have, 2 kids. I have no cell phone. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. And I'm working, but I don't know anybody. And finally I found somebody that gave me a ride into town. And I did some really terrible things to those women. And it made me feel worse than them leaving me there. And so I remember praying and I was like, man, if I get through this, I said some terrible things about them and I embarrassed them. I promise to help women from now on.
Okay.
And I got through it and I became a full-time employee and I thought, I'm just going to uplift women. And I mean that. Like, I help women because I care.
Some self-reflection.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And the reason that women are catty is because we're offered so few positions, so few opportunities. So we see one another as competition. If you I got to fill this position with a woman because, well, of course, you're going to feel that competitiveness towards somebody when you don't necessarily have to. Same thing with the crabs in the bucket. The more women I hire, the stronger we become.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well said, yeah.
Well said. Yeah. Well, but so do you come up with your own topics and then, or what you're going to talk about from a woman's perspective or from that?
Yeah,
side of
we
it?
just look at life, right? What's going on in our lives, like Automatic and myself. Like you guys are talking a lot about your wives. We talk a lot about life and it's not always perfect, right? None of it. You're like, I had sex. You were excited.
You'll get there. You'll get there. Concert and dinner.
Yeah. He's like, we talk like that. Like, we're just talking about our lives. We're talking about, I have 3 daughters. Like, we talk about, what we did, what we ate, what he did, whatever, what we didn't eat. He doesn't help me run the house. Why don't you put the clothes in a hamper? Like, whatever the case is, whatever's going on.
Pick up your fucking skateboard.
Thank you. Whatever you leave on the ground. Why do you got 4 pairs of shoes? Like, do we need that many shoes in the living room? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Just little things like that. And then, of course, what's happening in the world, we talk about that, sports or entertainment.
Current events.
Current events, yeah, whatever's going down in the world that people are talking about. And it is from my point of view, but...
Everybody has an opinion. Everybody
but
is entitled to an opinion.
Absolutely, but Automatic and Anthony A., they have their opinions, and everybody's respected on the show. Do we roast each other? Hell yeah. Just like you do, we roast each other.
Yeah.
But we're having a good time,
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's one thing that I appreciate it. Because her and her husband, you guys are kind of open and talk about
everything.
Yeah,
man.
everything. It's really cool. It's a really cool dynamic because you wouldn't expect very
that.
open.
I think a lot of times when I see stuff, and I think Jana can attest to this, you see couples and it just appears that everything is so perfect.
Yeah.
And even on Instagram or Snap or Facebook or whatever, whatever TikTok, everybody's life looks so perfect. And I'm like, man, my life just isn't, and I don't want to pretend like it is.
Yeah, and it's cool because sometimes, like, you'll ask him about, like, previous dating somebody, and he's open about talking about it. It's
he
not
had a life before me,
not
bro.
trying to be, like, guarded, right? Because,
Yes.
some people are, like, try to be guarded about, like, oh, I don't want to...
He's with me
that.
now. I don't give a damn what he did before.
Yeah, so that's always really
I was a virgin before I met my old lady.
Until just the other night when you guys had sex.
Before the concert.
I had 2 kids before, but
I'm like, ignorance is bliss. I
You don't want to know? Jana, wait, you don't care if they talk about it in front of you, or does it bother you?
I don't care, but it's. Would I rather not hear it? I just want to. It's just you and me, baby.
She told me on the way over here, girl, you should see all the men I'm dating. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. She did not say that. I'm just
Look at
playing.
the smile. The smile says it all.
Jana, let's see the new tattoo.
Yeah. Wolf in sheep's clothing.
You can lie to some people, but you don't lie to these 4.
I know. My son goes, Mom, you didn't tell me you were getting a back piece.
Was he upset?
Yeah. What's the back piece? Don't say a son.
No, it's the Virgin Mary.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Nice.
My girl.
Yeah, recently.
When did you get it? How old is it?
When
Last
did I
week.
go? Yeah, just this past week.
Oh,
The whole back.
It's still scabby, huh?
Does your mom know?
It's like crazy.
It's all over social media.
Does your mom know?
No, Jeff, and I meant to tell you before you went to go fix the garage.
Don't say
Don't
it.
tell her. You know you're Latino when you still can't tell your mom you got a tattoo. I can't tell her. Don't tell
I
her.
was like, as a matter of fact,
Jeffrey,
you guys,
it sounds like a quick $20.
Yeah.
Quick $20.
She already owes me a 12-pack.
I told you to sell you the money.
She called and said, did you get him a 12-pack? I swear. I was in the car.
really?
Yes.
That's cool.
She already made you a burrito, bro.
Yeah.
Priceless.
Funny. That is funny.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
That's, so you're recovering.
I am.
She's in a lot of pain. Her back
bet.
right now
No,
sitting
it's
on that
not
couch.
even,
Don't
like,
give her a slap on the back.
It's not even painful. It just is itchy. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's pretty. I love
That's
it.
why I don't have any tattoos. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't
I
do
don't-
it.
Yeah.
You don't have any?
I'm a rebel, man.
Shout out to Tattoo Tony.
Everybody has, yeah. I'm scared.
I don't have
I
You
that.
have
don't
zero.
have any tattoos. No, I'm scared.
I don't have any.
Yeah.
I don't either.
Oh my God.
I don't have any.
Okay. Gang, gang.
Timmy has a tramp stamp.
I did have a tramp stamp. Yeah. So they were like, when he was putting it on, I was like, please cover it. So
Now it's roses.
The angel is covering.
How do you think your man's going to feel in certain situations with La Virgen?
Good point. Yeah.
Because that's the first thing that came to mind. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't think Automatic would be down.
You know what? And if her eyes move,
the hologram one.
If you guys didn't notice, Timmy's mustache is a tattoo.
It's a fake.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. That would be interesting.
It's from Easley's.
right.
3D printer. It's a 3D printer.
Easley's.
No. No. Serious. That's a good question.
I'm serious.
That's a good
Have you
question.
thought of that? It's like I don't know. I just think he would be weirded out because his mom's real Católica, you know. Like he'd be like, and then the Virgin is right there.
Amen, sister.
You know, I don't know.
That is awesome.
Yeah, girl, you didn't even think about that, huh?
That is awesome. Yeah, I mean,
Next weekend on your Valentine's date, you're gonna be thinking about.
you could be wearing a safety. You could be wearing a safety vest.
Not cape. Hey,
You can buy some sexy lingerie, girl.
hey, all
You
the
know what I mean?
gordas,
Yeah.
all the
Sexy lingerie.
gordas wear a shirt during sex. Now the flacas are gonna be wearing.
What are you hiding back there?
Only my angel's gonna be in shock.
Hallelujah.
He's gonna be like, "Do I do you or pray the rosary?
Yeah,
girl? What are we
exactly.
doing here?"
Thank God.
No, you know what? You know what that says? Marry me.
Oh,
I'm not in the mood.
I'm not trying to get married. Ever.
What? Did I hear you just say something, Jeffrey? Oh.
I wasn't proposing. This is not a proposal. It's not a proposal.
We have a proposal live.
Kelsey's doing it to Taylor this weekend, so go ahead, man.
He's gonna get the burning bush on his chest.
that's funny.
We're going to hell.
No,
Yeah,
we're
a
not.
long time ago.
No, we're not. Jana has the Virgin to
right.
protect us.
I'm gonna hold her hand.
Yeah, Jeffrey goes to Notre Dame game, so we're not going.
No, you know what? My dad had the Virgen de Guadalupe on his back, and he got it when I was born.
Oh,
He got it when I was born, and my dad told me that
You're born again.
I was born right the first time. Shh. No, but my dad told me, you know, it was the 70s. You know, I was born in 79. My dad was fooling around, you know, experimenting, having partying and shit. And so there was, I guess, babies coming out, you know, looking like Sloth from Goonies and shit. And then so my dad asked the Virgin Mary to pray for, you know, when I was in my mom's womb to come out normal. And look at how I came out.
The prayer wasn't answered.
So this is a true story.
You're going home with me.
This is a true story.
You should have lit a candle.
So when I was born
I love
and
you,
the doctors checked out and everything came out all right, he did that in honor of the Virgin Mary. So.
oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
That really is a good story.
Anyway, carry on.
I have a question. Since you hit home with that one.
Leave it to me.
No, it was good. I guess. What is the
Today, Junior.
No, I'm trying to figure out how to say it. What is
Just say
what is I guess some of the most critical feedback you ever gotten from a listener based on maybe something you said or a comment you said?
I mean, obviously, I think sometimes when I get,
Political, maybe?
I was going to say political, but I don't think it's political when it matters to, for me, politics isn't about left or right. It's about people.
Agreed.
So I don't
Absolutely.
understand why anybody would be upset that I want people to be treated fairly. I want people to feel comfortable in their own skin. I want people to have the same opportunities that
Absolutely.
everybody does. And I'm very outspoken and it's because of where I come from.
So do you get pushback because of that?
Oh yeah, all the time. Like I've had people tell me, go back where you're from. I'm like, I'm from here. Like, what are you talking about? Some dude from Arizona, like when I first got here, I was talking about something. I took a screenshot. I still have it. And I always thought, should I put him up? Should I put him up and let people? And I'm like, I'm not going to do that to him because I'm not like him.
You know what?
I still have that screenshot though.
And it's powerful because you
Keep it in the chamber. You never know.
You have a platform to do that, right?
But I want to do it in the right way. I don't want to be ignorant. I don't want to give
Do it with
anybody
intelligence.
misinformation. There's so much of it. It's so hard to talk to my friends that are spewing misinformation and they're just saying all these crazy things and they're believing all these. Really, it's just bad. It's so scary, you know? So I do get a little pushback with that. That's the biggest critique. Otherwise, or Dana, you look stupid. Your hair looks awful. Or, you know, things like that. Like, oh my God, couldn't you have done your makeup?
The photographer said that.
Yeah, stuff like that. But when it comes to being criticized, I don't really get criticized except for that. And of course, like, oh my God, that's stupid. But those kind of things, I will fight back on.
Okay.
Because I'm informed. You're not going to come at me with something that I don't know. And if I'm speaking on something, it's because I'm well informed. Otherwise, I just shut up.
And there's a lot of parrots out there. And they
Oh
see-
my gosh, yes.
That's what it is. You know what I mean?
And I love when women call me and say, we talked about women. I'm going to bring it back. Like, I love that you said this. My daughter, fathers, my daughter loves you. My daughter likes to listen to what you say. My daughter. It's a big deal. It's a big deal because we need representation, women.
Michael's wife loves you.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I would imagine with that positive feedback like that, it helps you stay true to yourself. Right?
well, I don't think that I would be here if I didn't. When I first started in radio, I just mentioned I was 15 when I had my baby. I had this job really early. I was thinking to myself, how am I going to lie and not let anybody know that I have these kids, that I'm a young mom, that I don't know my father, that my grandma and my Theo raised me. How am I going to hide all these things because I'm a weird person? Like I don't want anybody to know that I grew up in the, on this side of town and I didn't have anything. And then when I started talking about those things, that's the real stuff people want to hear about. Even if they're rich or poor or black or white or Latino, whatever, Mexican, whatever you want to call yourself, you can't be fake. Like, when I started talking about my real life, then people started to feel me and want to hear me and
relate to you,
relate to me and connect to me. And the reason sometimes I want to say relate because I go in spaces that people don't have my background. I was hosting the Phoenix Symphony event earlier this week. They know that I'm honest, that I'm not a liar.
Yeah.
They know that I'm authentic. Those people at the Phoenix Symphony, they can't relate to me, but they believe me.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? There's a difference.
You're
then
genuine.
And then there's
and
people
they-
that can relate, but they're going to believe me. Yeah.
So would you say talking, like you say, you started young at 15, it's a form of therapy, so to speak? Because it sounds like you
Absolutely.
grew up on it.
Man, I've learned so much doing radio because I've had to read and learn. And when somebody would call me with a problem, what's going on, I have to figure out, how do I help them? How do I help them? I don't have the answer. I've got to read about it. I've got to learn because I didn't go to college. I'm not formally educated. I self-educate every single day. I just shared with you, off mic, the publications I read. Every day I'm reading.
Nice.
I'm informing myself every day. Some people would call and ask questions about what do I do? We had this kid, he was 14. He's out in the street calling us from a neighbor's because his dad kicked him out because he was gay. And he didn't know, he didn't have anybody to call. I'm like, man, this kid is calling us because he trusts us. So we picked him up. We helped him out. He had a dad, real machismo. He found out he was gay and he didn't want him at the house. And then people wonder why they don't want you to tell, why the school. They think everything's home. It's fine. You don't know what a child is going through.
No.
You don't know how a family's going to treat somebody because they're different or whatever, or a girl gets pregnant like I did. You're scared to tell your parents. So those are the things that happen to us. It's crazy. And they trust us. They don't know us, but they feel like they do because they can connect.
So, Mija, going back to your days of being on Tejano radio, you said earlier.
That was a quick blip. That was the beginning. But I still love Tejano music because my mom
Hell
loves
yeah.
it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And you were in Texas at this time, right?
Yes.
What brought you out here to Arizona?
So Automatic always told me, he went to college here. He played baseball. He said, man, we need to be in Arizona. Dana, people would love us there. Like, people would love you there. He's like, it's like, I feel like you would connect with the community in Arizona. Everything you love, everything you do, the way you care about community. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I'll be honest. He grew up, when he was in college, he would listen to Joy Boy and them. He's like, he said he was a DJ in college. He's just barely starting out. And he heard these guys and he said they inspired him. Like, he was like, man, I want to be like them. And then when we started on Power, it was like, man, it was just such a great feeling. It came full circle for him. He's like, man, I'm really doing it. And I love Phoenix. I fell in love with the city. I fell in love with the people from jump. It was exactly what he said. We fit right in.
Nice.
And I wanted to go out and help people and talk to people and connect with the community. And it came so naturally.
Yeah, because
So he played ball.
here.
And
Yes.
he became
Wait.
He wasn't as
Wait
good
a
as George.
Yeah, he was really, so Automatic was really good. He had scholarships to everywhere in the
Hell yeah.
country, but he didn't have the grades. He was a troubled kid.
There's a way around that.
Not his grades. He barely graduated. I mean, he had like I wish he was here. Like, one day you
Yeah, we
guys
should
got to
say,
get
yeah.
him in. He grew up real different.
Oh,
His,
definitely. We'd love to have
Love
him.
to have him
all white boy, all Mexican neighborhood. Like, his story
in
is
New Mexico, right?
in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Yes, in Santa Fe.
Okay.
And he grew up in a tough neighborhood. Like, he's a tough dude,
Nice.
but he was a great baseball player, and he just didn't have the grades at all. He learned a valuable lesson, though. He said, man, his DJing took it seriously because he didn't take baseball seriously.
So, and we'll ask him if he ever comes on here.
Yeah.
How do you go from ball to DJ?
He loved hip hop. He grew up with, Santa Fe. Some people moved there from New York. They had turntables and, hip
And a
hop.
woofer mic.
Yeah. And he freaking fell in love with it. And he convinced his brother to go halves. They bought Techniques. He still has those.
Oh, 1200s.
1200s.
Nice.
That's how he still
Damn.
DJs on 1200s. He's a purist. He loves hip hop. He says hip hop is my, when it comes to music, my wife. I have a lot of mistresses, but that's his first love.
Yep.
And, he's a great DJ. He's not just a good DJ. He's a great DJ.
He's good. He's
Yeah,
good,
he's
man.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yep.
He's great.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the country. Even the NBA, they changed the NBA. Him and Sean, they changed it. The way they play, people all over the country paid attention when they teamed up.
Nice.
When Otto became the Phoenix Suns DJ.
Yeah, we definitely like to have him on here because we could definitely talk music with him.
Oh, y'all would love him. I
Yeah.
would like, it would be a bro down. I would
Yeah.
just be sitting here in the corner. Y'all would just be ignoring me.
Because that's pretty much me and Michael there. We played ball and we DJ'd.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
And skated in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he went to college, played baseball and started DJing in high school and then college and then just made it a career. He did his dissertation and told everybody he's going to be a DJ and everybody laughed at him.
Really?
And
That was
he
his
said,
dissertation, huh?
that was his dissertation. And then he says now he's like,
What's
I don't
up
want
now?
to curse. Yeah, he's like, what's up? Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
for
good
sure.
for
DJ'd all
him.
over the all
Don't
over the
forget to
world.
hit like and subscribe and
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So that he convinced you or told you would do great out
So
here.
he basically convinced us, to come to Phoenix, and it has just been a blessing. I love Phoenix. It will always be a part of our career. It will always be a part of my life. My daughter is graduating high school here. She's going to go to U of A, I believe. We're going to... Sorry.
Yeah, we're devils.
Sorry. We have a house here. We have roots here.
Yeah.
And
So you guys will stay. You guys are going to remain?
We're going to stay here. This
Nice.
is going to be we're going to be in Houston too, though. This is something I've had to grasp growing up the way I did. Having two homes, it's such a 180
Right.
from what my life was when I was little,
I bet, yeah.
living the way I grew up. We had a little house in the barrio it might be this big.
Yeah.
It might be this big. And then my grandma bought a bigger house, and that's 800 square feet. But for me, I thought it was like the grand house,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
because, it
Yeah.
was the big house. It was on the other side of town. It was just different. So having that upbringing and then now being able to buy a house where I have it, it's in a nice location in Phoenix.
That's fantastic. Very happy.
Yeah,
with
It feels good.
Hell yeah.
It feels
Yeah,
good.
you should feel good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then to have another place in Houston and call Houston home, to be able to say, I have two homes.
That was like the first thing I asked you. I'm like, wait, so is Phoenix still home?
Yeah,
Right.
yes,
She goes, yes,
yes.
it is.
what set you claim? Tell her what you really want to say,
Yeah,
Jana.
what you doing?
What set you claim now?
We
Did
just
you hear the
talked
Virgin
about,
Mary joke?
I know. We just talked about, being in spaces we're not used to. I know people that have two homes and they'll be like, I'm going to be in my home here and I'm going to be in my home there. That's how I want to be able to say that.
Nice. And you
You
are.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that's always stuck to me is when with my previous job, I used to travel a lot and I used to meet a lot of high caliber people, and
Yes.
stuff like that. And one time somebody asked me, "Where do you summer?"
Right. Okay.
In Arizona.
I was like,
Glendale.
I'm from Glendale, fool. What's up? No, I
Chicken
didn't-
Park.
But that part. That's what I mean. Like it's a
Gilligan's
state of
Island.
mind, right?
At
To
the
say,
lake, by
No,
the
but
lake.
seriously, that always stuck to me. Where do you summer? And I was like, wow,
that's what I'm saying. Like that state of
I
mind.
just kind of hop around. I like to travel to different
Yeah.
places. That was my answer. I was like, I like to hop around. I don't have a summer home, but I just like to, go here and go there, whatever.
And now I can say, I don't know which home I'm going to be at. And it feels good to be able to say that.
Hell
It
yeah.
feels,
Yeah.
and I don't want to be ashamed of that or be
No.
afraid to say it in front of people because they're going to say, well, like I said, te crees mucho, you think you're so good. No.
Right.
I'm proud. Like we work really hard
You do.
for
You
what we
should.
have,
You should.
So yeah.
I would
Yeah.
agree with you.
So I have more of a technical question, if you guys don't mind. So
Yeah.
how do you, when you go into a new market, how do you become part of that community in that market? Do you have to deep dive your market?
Well, like Houston, for instance, we're brand new there.
Yeah.
I love Houston. I'm from Texas, so it's really easy for me. I care about community. I'm immediately volunteering, going into, different whatever is needed that I'm concerned with. I care about teachers. I care about foster children. That's a really big thing for me. So I volunteer. Also, the station that we're on, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a monster. It is a big signal. It's a huge. It's a community station. They've been there for 30 something years. So it's nice to slide into something like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to be real hard. And we talk about real life issues. That I think interests people right away. Who is this person
Sure.
talking on the radio that doesn't sound like anybody else on the radio? So and then there's Houston Rodeo, which is huge. I don't know about Houston Rodeo, but it's big. It's hip hop, country, it's everything, and the whole community, and it's going on in March. So
do you guys
nice.
also like
hear
start
about
looking
that.
at like the sports teams? Like, okay, we got to know what.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
doing.
Oh,
you gotta
yeah.
do all that.
I-
all that due diligence. I'm
That's
sure.
like automatic. Like he's
Right.
he's into that. And one of my good friends is also the entertainment director for the Houston Rockets. Do you remember Natalie? She had a song "Energy" back in the day. Digging on your energy. It was a long time ago, and I can't sing.
Yeah,
But
no,
she's the entertainment director. She had Energy. I can't remember her other few songs, but she was really big like in 2005, 2006. So I'm going to connect with her. She's the director for the Houston Rockets.
Nice.
And then, of course, the station we're on, they're like a partner with the Houston Texans.
Okay.
So it was kind of cool. This last, like, we were there for them to go to the playoffs. You know, we sent them off. So that was kind of
That was neat.
dope
That's
too.
neat.
So
Yeah.
now that you're on this big station, how do you determine what you're going to talk about? I guess what your topic is. I mean, do you have a producer that says you can't talk about this, you can talk about that?
No, we do have two producers. We have a local producer for Houston, and then we have a producer for our national show because obviously we're on all over the country.
Right.
And yeah, we talk about it. Like, what are we going to talk about? What's going on in our lives? I journal. Like when you guys were talking, I was taking video and I was journaling what I was thinking behind. You know, I journal.
Look at these
mustache.
knuckleheads.
That guy's mustache is fantastic.
Hey, Houston.
And
H-Town, what up?
yeah, you can journal about anything. Like, oh, me and the wife had sex. You know, we did that.
After dinner.
Yeah.
But not on Thursday.
Or we didn't because we ate too much. You know.
That'd be a small journal entry.
For you guys. You guys are lame, bro.
Man, listen, when I put it down, I
Sorry.
put it
You can
down.
leave the
What are you
E out
talking
of it.
about?
And then we all come together and we decide we're going to talk about, because we do about 44 pieces of content a day.
Really?
Every day. And then Automatic makes the playlist.
So
He does a, 28
Pay attention,
minute
boys.
playlist.
Pay attention, boys.
Yeah. So you say you do 44 pieces of content a day. How long is a particular segment of content?
3 to 5 minutes.
Okay. So do you ever get pushback? Hey, we're going to talk about this particular content.
Yes,
Does you ever say, hey, you
we
can't talk
just
about this?
contentious in there. Just like here,
Okay.
yeah, I'm like, I want to do this. I was like, no, and Anthony's like, no, and we all come to a happy medium.
Does the radio?
And then
does
I
the
get what I
station
want.
involved?
No, I'm just kidding.
It's called the Dana Cortez Show.
Yes, I think that, in the end, we're in business. I'm, the
Sure,
bottom
sure,
line,
sure.
I'm trying to put food on my table. I'm trying to put food on the
We got
table
to
of the
generate
salespeople.
revenue here.
That's what I'm saying. I never understood why people like, they don't want me to talk about so-and-so. If it doesn't make sense, why do you want to do that? I want to have content that people can relate to, that people are going to feel good about. I want your everyday life to melt away for a minute. Let's have a good time.
Yeah.
Depressing politics and all that every single day. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's boring.
It's so draining.
Yes.
Let's have some fun, man.
Yes. It's exhausting.
Yes,
Exhausting.
and everybody's already doing that.
Correct.
So,
You know?
so does the station, the higher ups, the people in the C-suite, do they ever say, "Hey, there's a line, you can't cross this line"? Don't you?
I mean, there's been times that I've crossed the line that I've had to have conversations, but no, I know what I'm doing. I've been
Okay.
doing this for 20 years.
Yeah.
So,
The guy on the end over here is a homegrown, what is his name? Homegrown in the morning?
Homburg?
Yeah.
Homburg, the rock
There you
dude?
go, yeah.
Morning sickness.
Yeah.
No, he's a Dave Pratt dude. There you go. Back in the
So
day.
Homburg, he's a what do you call it? Shock jock.
He's a shock jock, yeah.
I feel like he's a leaf off of the good old Howard Stern show.
Absolutely. absolutely.
But nobody will ever be Howard Stern. I think the
Hell no.
the guy's really good. I
Well,
think
not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he's
He's sold out.
He's a little different, definitely. But he's older. He's doing his thing. He's
Well, no,
rich.
I didn't mean it to be from a shock jock standpoint. I was just asking, because
Yeah, they will.
they
They'll
have
push
sponsors,
back
right?
on me.
They have-
Yeah,
they-
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I've never been that kind of person that's gonna make somebody so offended that they're gonna stop spending money.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna push buttons.
Right.
Nothing's it's not boring, but I don't not like that in real life.
Yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
Strike
So-
that kind of person. But
yeah.
do you have to submit like, hey, this is what I'm going to talk about to somebody? Okay,
No.
just kind of.
But we do have what we call, we do meetings every week to talk
Okay.
about the content. And
Okay.
I have a coach.
Okay.
We're players, and if you want to
Right.
get better, you got to have a coach. Because if not, you're just talking about things randomly.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
You can't just be random, dude. Who are you trying to reach?
Yeah, and so that's my question. How do you stay true to yourself and try to reach a broad audience at the same time?
So I'm trying to talk to women. Y'all got y'all's thing.
I'm
trying
a
to
coach.
talk to women. Yeah,
A coachino.
That's what I used to do too.
I'm talking to women. Y'all got the.
I'm trying to
Holmberg.
talk to women too.
You got the Joey boys. You got the guy on what's the other guy? I don't know who all the guys are.
Yeah.
They got all the guys.
I haven't listened to
I'm
radio.
trying to talk to women. Yeah, you need. Yeah, exactly.
you
Turn
need
the
a
radio on in the
wingman?
morning. Yeah.
No, I haven't listened to the radio in years.
Me
actually.
neither.
I haven't.
Y'all got
That's
it.
what
You
I was
know.
going to talk
I
about.
stopped
Radio.
listening when you guys went away.
Yeah.
So I get that a lot. You know, we get messages like, "Man, my aux broke. I found you guys, and I just found myself listening to you guys because
And
I don't
that's
hear-
what happens. Yes.
because I think a lot of shows are kind of going through the motions.
Yeah.
Like the
And-
playlist, like in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, every
Yeah.
morning it was like
Automatics
so good.
playlist is so
Yes.
good. It is so good.
And
It's
then I
genuine.
find myself like after we met, I like dying laughing on because then it was like kind of personal. Like
Then we're just talking, and so I feel like the way we do radio is kind of like it's radio is the original podcast, and it lost its way
It
for a
is.
minute. It
Yeah.
lost its way for a minute, and we're just back to that, just having a good
They
time.
just gave it a
talking.
different name.
You're having a conversation.
We're podcasters that actually make a living.
Yeah, we're in the red.
No, but no. I mean, I love podcast. I love
gotta
it.
Pay,
I love it.
I gotta pay Chico after we're done here.
Yeah, I know. He's like, but you know what I mean? Like, it is the original podcast, and it kind of lost its way, and I feel like it's getting sexy again. You know, it's getting
I-
sexy
you know what?
again.
It's funny you say
Yeah.
that because I feel sexy right now.
Do you? Yeah.
It's
okay.
probably what's in here.
But there's been a shift from terrestrial radio to now more people are doing podcasts and, app-based listening.
And they're also learning how hard it is.
Really?
It is not easy to do a podcast, as you guys know.
It's not.
Imagine 44 pieces of content every day. And that doesn't even include like commercials, things we have to write. We have to do commercials. That doesn't include the playlist. We've got to lay that down. We're taking, callers and everything else. Every day you have to be entertaining 44 times.
Yeah. But
It is
You're like
hard.
a quarterback in the game.
Snap.
But-
all freaking morning, baby.
Quarterback in the
Snap.
game.
Understand that.
But what I've seen a shift in terrestrial radio people or talent is now they also have a podcast to piggyback
Yes, we
on
do.
the
We have a
station.
podcast.
Right.
We have a podcast. We have YouTube. We have Instagram. We have TikTok. We have, I don't pay attention to my TikTok. I need to. And we have radio.
Right.
So radio, there's 1 million people a week listening, 1 million plus.
Nice.
And
Wow.
then on YouTube, there's whatever. Our YouTube looks trash. This year, we're finally starting. We had a lot of momentum, and then we moved to Houston. We had to get our bearings. Had to get everything
Right.
going. But hopefully, we'll get that YouTube going. We have a lot of great interviews on there. It's hard because you have to do it all now.
Right.
We promote the radio on YouTube. We're promoting YouTube. Everything is like 360. It's all around, all the way around to promote the other.
So from what I remember, the key times were drive time, right? Either in
Oh,
the
yeah.
morning or in the evening. But now with podcasts, I mean, you can capture that audience
And
24/7.
I'm like, that's what we got to do. We let you every radio break I do, I end with, hey, don't forget, you missed anything, catch up on a podcast.
Yeah. And
On demand, man. That's how people want it.
Yeah.
Does
And
is
if
there a way to
Otto
track
doesn't
that?
upload a podcast, I'll get people.
like, hey,
message
when
me,
they gonna drop
Hey,
it?
where the hell's the podcast? I'm like, Otto. So yeah, they're on it.
Wow.
So
That's
is
funny.
Nielsen currently showing that there's an uptick in listenership on terrestrial radio?
So terrestrial radio still is the most listened to
wow.
medium in the country.
Nice. That's good to hear.
Radio is the most because it's the easiest. It's free. You're in your car. You just
You're
turn
at
it. You kind of
work.
want to know what's going on in
People
your
at
city.
work, just-
Man, we get people working, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers. They get bored. They like, Sirius and all that is cool, but they start playing the same thing
During
over and
sex,
over.
Right.
hey, I'm listening to this podcast. 'Cause I'm with George and
Yeah.
these guys. They got
And
plumbing
so-
problems and shit.
So radio's still the most listened to.
Nice.
Which is really good for us.
Right.
But you still want to do the podcasting. You still want to let
Right.
people have what they want on demand.
Yeah. Because you have to grow with the time. And then
Yes.
also, the other thing is, how do you guys stay relevant in the current music? Because, like, I'm a 90s guy, right? And some of the newer music I'm not really a fan of. And I don't know if I could constantly, like, I don't stay in the know of current people because I don't care for the music. But I've assumed you guys have to.
So it's not even have to. I still love it, and I say the minute I don't love it anymore is the minute I'll drop out of like the new hip hop stations we're on. I love Tyler. I had to drag Automatic to the Sexy Red show. Now he's a fan. Like,
oh, really?
We really love the music. Yes. And he loves new hip hop. Like he's just a hip hop dude. And he's the son's DJ. These guys are 21, 24 years old, man.
Yeah.
So they keep him up, you know, and he is a hip hop purist. When I say that, he loves the creativeness of artists then and today.
Right. Okay.
He appreciates that. And I really love new music. I'm a hip hop girl. The mix station is a pop station.
Okay.
And I appreciate pop music
Right.
too. You know, I really do. I appreciate the artistry. I love Taylor Swift.
Okay.
I love her.
I'm gonna flip this table right now. I'm gonna flip this
Think about
table.
this. Kendrick Lamar would not like somebody who isn't genuine. They're genuine friends. She put him on Bad Blood before he was like really hot.
Right there? You went to the Grammys?
Yes. It's I don't know how many times we've covered it now, but it's very exciting. It was, you know, a wonderful experience as usual. We get to go to the back where when all the artists come out and you're like, where are they? They're answering all these questions. That's where the press room is. And so we get to be back there. It was amazing. SZA's back there, you know. Oh, Automatic's uncle won a Grammy. For sound engineering. Yeah, he used to be the engineer for Prince. You've heard of Prince?
Yes.
I'm just asking. You know, he lived on Paisley Park.
It's a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
Timmy's never heard of Prince.
So, hey, best halftime show of all time.
Yes,
Prince.
it is.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is, man.
Nobody's.
In fact,
done better
God
than
helped him out.
Not
with that
even
one.
With the
Beyonce
rain, the
can
purple
top
rain.
that.
Come on now. So his uncle won a Grammy. So that was exciting to be back there and have him ask his uncle questions and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, and we get to get dressed up. It's a lot of work, though.
I imagine.
But I get to get dressed up for the day, get my hair done and makeup, and you know, it feels good. Jana knows. Put some heels on and walk a mile and a quarter. And
So let me ask you a question. Did you get starstruck by anybody?
I always get starstruck. I still do. I went to the bathroom with Beyonce.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Did she wash her hands?
I don't know. Well, it wasn't really like in the bathroom. Like she was there and I was there, and like so I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure she washed her hands.
So do you still have
She's a
like?
lady?
Do you still have like? Do I say hi? Do I leave her alone, or do I leave this person alone?
So you can't do that back there. They won't let you. You'll get kicked out. You can't even pull your phone out. So it's not like that. You can't. I tried pulling my phone out with, I think it was last year. It was literally Adele and Taylor Swift because I love Adele. And I pulled my phone and the security guard looked at me, pointed. I said, never
Got it.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not playing like that. You can only take pictures in the press room on the red carpet. And then it's hard. Like it's a gladiator fight. It's not like you think. You're screaming and fighting to get people to come to you. So in the press room, it's way better because you know they're going to come out. You know you're going to get the picture. You know you're going to get the audio. They make it look all sexy. It's not like that. It's a lot of editing, man.
So
I know that feeling.
we got the same thing here. So is it like a gaggle? I mean, what do you mean?
Yeah, it's just a lot of people fighting to get interviews. The only time it's more structured is the press room.
Wow.
That's the only time.
Wow.
And also just, full circle here, being one of the only Mexican Americans on the red carpet or just there in general. In the press room, there's no presence except in Spanish media. Univision's there, Telemundo's there. But there's nobody in English media representing any kind of Latinos at all. So
That's
it's kind
phenomenal.
of yeah,
That's phenomenal.
It's always interesting to me too that we're just kind of left out. If it's not about the border, nobody wants.
Right.
I'm like, that's not all we're talking about
It's
here.
super sad.
But don't
So
they
weird,
even
right?
have their own Grammys too? Like the
Latin Grammys, yeah.
over there in Florida, right? The
Yeah,
Miami
the
Sound Machine
yeah.
people, right?
Yep. The Miami Sound Machine people.
Gloria, you're talking about Gloria. So
I love Gloria
yeah.
Stefan, by the way. She
Gloria
was there.
Estefan,
Yeah.
yeah.
so-
Sheila E. won her first Grammy.
I was just gonna say that
Yeah.
because I
She
follow
was
her
back
on
there. Yeah.
I follow Sheila E on Instagram, and I saw that she won her first Grammy.
You know, her dad's Mexican American, and he played for Santana.
Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pete
Really?
Escovedo.
Her dad was
What did he
the
play? Escovedo?
drums. He was
Pete Escovedo.
percussionist. for-
Who's her
Yeah.
Tio? Who's her
Percussion.
Tio?
I don't know who her Tio is, but her dad played for Santana. But Tito Puente.
Tito Puente.
Tito Puente. There you go. Yeah.
Dude, I have a few of Pete Escovedo's CDs, Latin jazz music.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
down with that
Amazing, yeah.
shit.
I wanted to go back to why do you think that why do you think there's such a low level of representation? Is it because there's not many of us in that?
Like, honestly,
Yeah.
That's a good question.
because we are the unspoken inconvenience. Do you ever wonder why we can't assimilate fully? Because we're from here. How do you assimilate on the land you've been walking for millennia? It's
Right.
uncomfortable. It is, where do you belong? It's odd. It's a deep conversation. you look at media and it's black and white and there's nothing in between, right? There's nothing in between. It's because they don't know where to put us. They don't understand that we've been here for very long.
And you know what?
Time.
Like with our family, we're the classic case of we didn't cross the border crossed us.
It's true. It's just true. Even
Seriously.
if my family, let's say we come from Torreon, Coahuila, it doesn't matter. This was Mexico. That was Mexico. And I'm not even just talking about hundreds of years before the Spanish came here. See, this is too deep for this podcast.
No.
This is a different
I'm talking
episode.
about millennia. I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years our people have been here. So it's hard to assimilate. It's hard to become something that doesn't come from here.
Yeah.
What they're asking us to assimilate to leave our culture behind, it's impossible because they came here and brought the culture. And so our culture has already been here. I think it's uncomfortable. They don't know what to do with us in media. They don't know when we're just like everybody else, but with a little flavor.
Right.
So
with a lot of flavor.
There you
Not
go.
a little.
Yeah.
A lot of.
Yes.
We're picante.
I take from the Selena movie, whatever James almost
Oh
says.
my gosh, yeah.
We have to be more Mexican than Mexican, and we have to be more American than
It's
American.
exhausting.
It's
exhausting.
And they don't even teach us Mexican isn't even an ethnicity. It's a nationality. We're not really Mexican. When I took my DNA test, my mom, everybody said, "Güerita," but it says Native American. That's what it says. If everybody said we're Native American, we're really the majority, not the minority.
Well, I was looking at more of there's not very many Latinos going into media.
Well, I think it's because you don't see the opportunity. You're not given the opportunity. Kind of like
Well-
movies. Think about the movies. Selena's a great movie, but what else do we have? Every other movie we're playing maids.
Right.
Nothing wrong with being a maid, but that's not all we do. We're playing the gangster. Cool.
Right.
That's not all we, where's just the attorney? Where's just the families like your family here? Where's just a regular family living a regular life?
Right.
Besides George Lopez.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
Oh, a fail ass
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
dude.
You're right, you're right.
He's too ugly for the camera.
Yeah. Pobrecito
He's on there, though.
George.
Fucking A, he's failed.
He's there though.
But you know what I mean? Where's just that normal family or a normal role where we're just regular people, not playing some
Actually,
stereotypical role?
you interviewed a couple of those guys the other day, and one of them's not Chicano, but Cheech and Chong.
Absolutely, Cheech Marin, which was really important for me to speak to him. He is somebody who really broke a lot of he broke that ceiling down for a lot of people. My mother was like, Dana, you have to go do this interview. For her generation, it was very important what he did. And he said he knew how important it was. He knew how important his role was because there was nobody doing what he did. And he was himself. East LA, he did all of that. And I love that he made fun of the fact that we're going to deport you. What are you deporting? I'm from here. Like, what,
Right. Hence what's happening.
It is.
That's what
It's that. Yeah. So that's a very deep conversation that I've had to actually read about and try to understand. Why is it that we have such a difficult time? Why are we so hard on one another? And it really is because we're trying to find our way in a place we've always been.
John Leguizamo expanded on
Love him.
on that. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yes, he did. We don't learn our history in school.
Correct.
You just, all of a sudden we're here. We learn about, Cesar Chavez and Frida, and that's like it. You don't know that you've been here forever. We don't know that Spanish isn't our language. That's a European language. It's not from here.
right.
Yeah.
We lost our languages. We lost our names. We don't even know our real names.
Me and Michael are going to be on John Leguizamo show
We are.
For real?
coming up in April.
I love him.
We're probably in the background.
We had him on a podcast. If you go back, I can send you guys
know
a
what?
link.
Yeah,
we had
for
him
sure.
on.
And,
It was so good.
and just like you,
Because he was in the valley. Not
you know what?
Yeah.
I dig the dude. I lost some. I don't agree with a lot of his shit, and I'm not
What's
going
he
to go
saying?
into it.
What's he saying?
man.
Go into it. Let's go.
That's a whole nother thing. But I dig the dude. You know what I mean? But I don't agree with a lot of it.
Because he's
We
black
don't-
Irish.
But that's the best thing. We don't all have to agree on everything.
Exactly.
That's the
Yeah.
beauty of having different opinions. You can be friends and you can
And
love
that's
your
how we
family.
learn from each other. You
Yeah.
have your opinion, I have my opinion, and then we come to a medium.
You know what's dangerous? Putting yourself in circles with people that only agree with you.
Absolutely.
That's
Oh, yeah.
dangerous. You can't learn anything from that. And nobody's going to be real with you either.
Nope.
You live in this bubble.
I mean,
Jeffrey-
part of being
Jeffrey, you got to watch Mambo Mouth.
Oh, I've seen all those.
part of being a
Dude, I was there.
It's
When he was at the Orpheum the last time, which was like years ago, at the actual Orpheum, I was like front and center. because I'm a fan of John Leguizamo, but I didn't agree with some of his stuff recently. You know
I get
what
it. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, but part of being an adult is agreeing to disagree, right?
Yeah, it is,
And moving
absolutely.
on, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have to agree, just understand it.
I don't agree with my cousin's mustache.
None of us do.
The internet does.
The internet loves it.
The OnlyFans agree with it.
I got 90-10. No, I have a question. So I've seen some of your interviews. You interview a lot of celebrities.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for those interviews? Because you do make it sound casual. How do you go about preparing for something
Just
like
20
that?
years in the business.
20
I
years.
imagine. Because you say you get
You're
starstruck.
6 months in the
I
business.
do, and
Timmy.
I let them know right away. I'm not going to sit there and lie. I mean, for me, I get excited, and I'm genuine fans of a lot of these people. I like Jack Harlow's music. I'm going to tell him. I like Beyonce's music. I'm going to let her know. I like Kali Uchis. Like, I've loved her forever. Now
she's a great
Telepatia. Okay, I've been there for years and years. I have to ask her about Tyler. Like, he put her on. Like, I know all about these artists. So since I already have a genuine like for them, I'm genuinely, appreciate their artistry. It's pretty easy. And I just want to have a conversation.
Absolutely. And you make it look that way. That's why I asked the question. Because you said earlier you get starstruck.
Yeah, like with Nicki Minaj, she just had her baby. So I just wanted to know, like, what's it like? Right away she opened up. That interview made every publication in the world. Like, it just went viral. And from
That's
India to everybody was covering that because we just talked about being moms, about hanging out, about, her work ethic. And it was one of my favorite interviews, Nicki. She was really down to earth and real. And I'm a fan of hers.
Speaking of that, who is your favorite interview of all time?
Oh my gosh. There have been so
That was one of my questions.
That's tough. I can tell you my least favorite,
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Jack Harlow. It was the worst interview of all time, and it's only up on YouTube because he talked about Drake. It is. I was not prepared. We were supposed to do it at the airport the day before, and I was prepared, and it ended up, they called and said, hey, can you do it? It was 2 minutes. It was awful. And I left it up. It has the worst reviews. People talking all kinds of mess about me. I don't care.
Let's jump him. Let's jump him.
No, but it was really bad. For me, the best, I don't know. Every time I have a good conversation, it could be the best. Corday. I love, y'all know who Corday is? Y'all know who
Yeah,
Corday
I do
is?
not
Okay.
know.
Okay. That was such a great conversation. It was such a good we were told not to even ask about his girlfriend. It got so comfortable, he started talking about his girlfriend because they split up, by the way.
What about, because he's a unique individual, I think Kevin Gates.
Oh, great conversation. He is just I feel like he's more become like a friend.
Really?
When you start to connect with him and Otto, really, even off camera, they talk a lot and stuff. He's a unique individual.
He is.
He's extremely intelligent.
Yeah.
And he's opinionated, so he's going to come with it. And he's also Puerto Riqueño.
Is he?
So when we start talking about issues, he always brings up Latino issues as well.
He's a very disciplined person.
His mother is native. Like, she's a native woman.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
Boricua.
Yeah, she's Boricua. So yeah, she's a big influence in his life. I don't know if they get along very well.
Yeah.
But either way, and he's outspoken.
Yeah.
He's gonna say what's on his
Yeah,
mind.
he's a unique individual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I often like to watch his interviews and listen to what he says.
He's interesting, right?
Yeah,
he's very well read.
interesting. Yeah.
That's easy though, because you just ask him a question. He's like me. He just vomits at the mouth.
Yeah.
I'll talk all day, man.
So on that
dig
note,
that though.
Yeah.
We do dig that.
yeah. So on that note, is there someone that you've interviewed who is different in front of the camera than off camera, so to speak, in between the breaks?
Fake.
That's just
fools.
fake. They're doing it for the clickbait.
You don't have to say names.
Yeah, no.
Somebody that I like him, but yeah, when the camera turned on, that Mexican OT.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not in a bad way, but he's definitely like
He's on stage.
Character.
he's like a
on stage.
wrestling character, not in a bad way. Because we were like chill, and then the camera
Rey
came
Mysterio?
on. It just threw me off because I was like, "What happened to the guy I was just talking to?" So it did throw us off. It was still cute. It was a cool interview. But yeah, it was like and then the camera turned off and he was like, "So yeah, me and my dad." I was like, "Oh my god!"
He's got another unique story too.
But he knows it, yeah, and he does. And he talked about his mom. He talked about everything. He talked about his father. His father was with him. He had a tough upbringing.
He did.
He did, but I think he understands the game, and it's about entertaining. And so when that camera came on, his wrestler came out,
Sounds
and he
like-
loves wrestling too.
Sounds like Tupac.
Yeah, I don't know Tupac. I mean, I never, obviously, I don't know him, but I never met him. But I've heard that he was. As soon as the cameras turned on, he was ready to go.
Gracias.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a huge boxing fan. I think we all are. How was a Canelo interview?
Amazing.
Really?
And I think he didn't know what to expect because, everybody asks him boxing questions. And I just...
Go away from that.
I don't
Did you ask
know
him what
much.
Good
size
job,
shoe he
yeah.
wears?
No, I asked him about his son.
Nice.
There's video of his son crying in the ring. He got hit. And the manager tells him in Spanish, don't cry, men don't cry. And Canelo tells his son, no, if you feel pain, you're going to cry. You let that out. If you feel bad, if you feel sad, you cry. And I asked him, where'd you learn that? He said, for myself. And it's important because in our culture, especially, we're real machismos.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to cry. Be a man. When you tell someone not to cry and be a man like that, they're going to act out in other ways. That emotion has to come out. And if you want to be an angry man, then don't cry. But if you want to be a man that can have a conversation without going off on someone, let that emotion out.
If you don't want to be an angry man, don't take shots of tequila.
Jeffrey.
Yeah. But Canelo, he's one of our favorite people to talk to.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's funny because my parents were the opposite. My dad, he was like, tell me how you feel. Let it out. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. My mom, shit. Mommy dearest up in the hey, I talked about my mom's 70th birthday party the other day. I shit you not. We had Mommy Dearest playing on the fucking TV. Dude.
No way.
And then we had
No wire
at
hangers.
At the bar, we had a drink list. One was the wire hanger. It was vodka with club soda. The next one was
It's a great movie.
my mom's name is Esther. Esther's NyQuil. It was vodka with with fucking cranberry. So we were joking with my mom at the same time at that shit.
Is she comfortable with that?
My mom was ruthless. Yeah.
Dude.
My mom was ruthless, though. She was the enforcer. My dad, he was the one that was sat us down, explained it.
Gentle parenting before it was
my
cool.
My dad sat there and explained stuff to us. My mom whipped our ass.
But if you looked at, if you had seen Jeffrey's dad just by appearance, you would think he was hard.
Yeah,
He was
rough.
enforcer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
would think-
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know my dad.
He looked like magic from Blood In, Blood Out.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know my dad. I don't know how he raised his kids. I have a bunch of half brothers and sisters. I only know one, but I don't know how he raised them.
Wow.
So my Theo was really good to me. He was wonderful. He was strict but loving, and he taught me a lot. Like that's where I learned to love to read. He was extremely intelligent.
Who was a big influence on you?
My Theo, Frankie, my Nana, and my mom.
Damn,
Those are my
awesome.
biggest influences.
Okay, so that's on your personal level, but what about in the media?
So Barbara Walters for sure.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, man, Barbara Walters for sure. Oprah, and this is like me being little because we used to watch the news for fun. Like that was
Okay.
what we did at my house, and I always thought she did this fantastic job talking to people, and she always had her little notepad.
Who's
and
that,
I was
Barbara?
Like, yeah, Barbara Walters always had. Now I have my phone. I have my little phone here. That's my Barbara Walters, and I was like, man, I felt like I could connect with whatever she was doing, and I thought I want to do that someday.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about you ever listen to Terry Gross?
No,
On NPR?
On NPR?
Yeah.
I need to check that
Listen
out.
to
I will.
her interviews.
I will.
She's great.
I like
I will.
her too. I
Yeah.
think she's good.
Okay, I will.
Very good.
For sure.
Can you do a Barbara Walters voice?
Absolutely not.
Timmy, you know what's funny about that? Is your compadre, he likes to weed. And Barbara Walters always said weed.
Yeah.
Weeding
Did
is
she
good.
say weed?
Yes.
Weed?
Yeah, like
Weed.
Like you're
Weeding
weed
is good.
eating, like you're weed eating.
I just remember her big interviews. And sometimes she
yeah.
was rude. Like you look back and you think, oh my gosh, but she pushed buttons.
I think she had
She
to
was
be
tough.
though.
She was tough. I mean,
especially a woman at that
Right,
time.
right. Woman at that time.
You know,
Correct.
people are like, oh my God, why would she do that? She's like the only one.
I mean, think about the hurdles you both have faced. Think about the hurdles she faced, right?
Oh my! I
yeah.
can't.
Yeah, she should be on a typewriter, right?
We can't.
That-
Yeah,
that was it.
exactly.
That was
yeah,
it.
we can't even imagine. Yeah.
Give it up for Connie Chung. Hey,
Oh, for real?
What are you talking about? She's married to Maury Povich.
Yeah,
I know, but,
you
you know,
are
she-
not the father.
but she was early on too.
Yes, she was.
Well, we thank you very much. For
Wait, I got one more question.
Before
Oh,
Tex raffles.
Okay.
What's next for you in the show? I know.
Oh yeah,
Back
good
to
question.
I don't know. I mean, it's always the next rung on the ladder for me.
Sure.
I don't think I could have gotten out of Pecos or Big Spring, Texas if I didn't think that way, right? I accomplished something and I'm ready for the next rung. I don't know, maybe a show on, streaming or something. Maybe we'll link with somewhere we broadcast the show live. I don't know. I've been thinking about that.
Bring on the guys from What's Happening.
No,
Yeah, SeunevA.
we're gonna bring you guys when we have a horseshoe tournament.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Epic.
Yeah.
It is epic.
So maybe something like that where I'm more, that'd be amazing. But no, seriously, maybe doing some kind of streaming or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish you the best of luck. I really,
Thank
really
you.
do.
I wish you guys the best of
we're
luck. You
honored.
guys are killing it. I like it. It's fun. Fun environment.
Yeah. We try.
Hey, wait a minute. What kind of advice could you give us?
I think just continue having fun. Pick your topic and
Be ourselves.
be yourselves and stick to that, and then move on to the next one.
What do you think about the mustache?
I'm with the internets. I like it.
You don't have to be nice.
I swear I would tell you if I thought it was not right. I would tell
She
you.
speaks her mind. You guys heard her?
Yeah, I would tell you.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank you. And
thank you
thank you,
very, very
Jana, for bringing her and introducing
Suggesting her, yeah.
suggesting her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jana is this is my girl right here. She's such a lovely person,
Yeah,
and
very
she
nice.
works so hard in the community.
I didn't even know Jana was on here.
Oh my God.
It disappeared.
You heard about the
She-
tattoo, and then you guys got to ride home.
And
as an
she's so
Eagles fan?
quiet, huh? Like when I had her on the radio, I'm like, girl, and she's just soothing. You should read books. She's got that
Oh, yeah,
aura,
that voice,
yeah,
yeah.
the voice. She's got that voice. So,
Right.
yeah.
I hate my voice.
No, I love it.
All right.
I love
well,
it.
Well, typically, or what we always do is we end it with some rapid fire questions
Okay.
from Jeff. So I'll let him explain.
So let's go.
This is my favorite.
Pancakes, French toast, or waffles?
Waffles.
Jana?
Green.
Waffles.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Don't forget.
Green chili or red chili burrito?
Christmas.
New Mexico.
505, baby.
New Mexico. I work in Albuquerque.
Okay.
There you go.
Best place to get one?
Golden Pride.
Where's that?
Sadie's.
Oh, you're a tourist. Golden Pride, there's one in every corner, or Frontier. They're Frontier or Golden Pride.
All right. So
It's burritos or tacos.
burritos or tacos?
Breakfast tacos, it's the best of both worlds.
And that's a Texas thing.
That's right.
A lot of people don't know that about
Caliche.
Breakfast
here
tacos.
in Arizona.
Man.
They're like breakfast tacos.
Rudy's
That's
has
what
it.
breakfast tacos
No,
are?
I've never had it.
Rudy's has breakfast tacos.
You guys
Rudy's has
got to
breakfast.
get them. You got to go try. They're so good.
It's at Rudy's.
Rudy's has them.
Breakfast tacos.
They're burritos.
They're little mini burritos.
No,
they kind
they're
of
not.
are. But they're tacos.
But you can get them different things in them.
It's a
at Rudy's.
flour tortilla. Instead of rolling
Yeah.
it, they fold it
Yeah.
like a taco.
Like a taco.
But it's.
The gabachos call
And
that
they put-
foldies.
They put what?
I think QT style.
They called the
sells them
burrito
now.
a wrap, and now they're calling the taco foldies.
But what's in it?
You can get
Like
different things at
anything you
Rudy's. You
want.
get different
Same
things.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like a taco, whatever you want to
Same
put in it.
thing.
Yeah.
Go to Rudy's.
Go to Rudy's, man.
Here in the valley. All right. Burgers or hot dogs?
Hot
Burgers.
dogs. I love.
You like weenies. You like weenies. She likes weenies.
I
Fan ya.
love Korea wiener all day long.
All right. So
Oscar
Burger.
Mayer.
best
Burgers.
burger shop here in town, or where do you like a burger at?
I don't know. We always grill them at the house. Automatic
Yeah.
always
The
grills
house
them. Yeah.
again. Jana, where
I
do you
just
like your
had
weenie
bad
from?
Jimmy's for the first time ever.
Was it good?
Oh, it was so good.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had that.
I
What does
never
that mean?
finished my food. I ate that burger and then some.
Wow.
But you said
I'm
hot
to
dogs.
try it
though.
Have you
now.
guys ever had a hamburger with
She
just?
literally just said hot dogs and then
I
she talked about
know.
hamburger.
No,
Well, bad Jimmy's.
I'm just saying.
Where do you
I
get
had a
your
burger.
weenie from? I mean, your hot dog.
I hate him.
Jumbo or regular, girl? Jumbo or regular? Foot long or
I
regular?
always make my own because I don't trust hot dogs.
Costco.
Or Costco.
Yeah.
You know what?
Costco hot dogs are the best.
You guys ever eat a
Yeah.
hamburger just with regular bread? Not a
Yes.
bun.
Yeah.
Not-
My whole life growing up.
A lot of people don't like that. And I'm like,
That's
put
a
it-
Glendale Deli.
Yeah.
Deli-
I was like,
Yeah.
what
My
are you
hot dogs
When you got to hold it
Yeah.
on the edge.
Yes.
I never had it on a bun until we ate out. Like that
Yeah.
at house, it was always on the bread.
Yeah.
And
A lot of
sometimes
people-
my
yeah.
nana wouldn't even toast it. It'd
You were
get
like,
all
what's
pasty.
this?
It'd get all pasty.
Yeah.
The bread turns pink.
Yeah. It's all like, what's
too.
going?
We'd cut the
it's all
hot dogs in
gummy.
half and put them on the
Yeah.
gas stove.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Char them.
Yeah. A lot of people don't have.
Hey, well, we want to thank you
Hold
for
on,
coming.
hold on, Playboy.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
hey.
The clock on the wall said 2:00.
Okay.
One more. Come on, man.
Go ahead, Jeff. Spit it out.
The most important question, ladies.
Okay, Jeff. What is the most important question, sir?
She said
After
Jeffrey.
he
Do you like more chorizo or more huevo?
I hate egg.
Okay, so chorizo.
Where do you get your chorizo from? Why you being nasty? It's a fucking question.
Look at her. She's talking. You can't hear her.
I thought you were gonna ask the flats.
Yeah.
I'm getting there, but
Hurry up, we're out of time.
Bashes.
these guys got
Bashes.
the premature ejaculation. You can tell already. You know.
Bashes. Okay.
Bang.
Okay. Go.
All right. When it comes to chicken wings, drumsticks or flats?
I'm a flats girl.
I'm a flats girl all the way.
Right.
More
There
people
it is.
saying that.
Oh my God. I just got this. I made wings the other day and it was all drummies.
I know.
Did you see it? I was
Okay,
robbed.
so we're gonna get wings and carne asada. Sounds like.
Yes.
Last
Yes.
question for Dana. Out of all the celebrities you've met and everything like that, and Jana too, but who have you been most starstruck by?
I mean, we were talking about her, but probably Beyonce.
The most, okay.
Definitely Beyonce.
In the
Because I mean,
In the baño.
no, like one
I
on
just
one, we
played.
sat down like this.
Nice.
So that was like kind of. I mean, I was a little nerve-wracked. Yeah, she's a big star. Beyonce's
Yeah,
a big
for
star, and she's a world star.
That's
so
the queen bee.
yeah, it's the queen bee. So her, but she was. You know what the best part about the Beyonce interview was, is that she was sweet, and she was kind, and she was authentic, and I believed her. And you wonder about people because sometimes you meet people and they're not who they represent themselves as on camera. And she was exactly the same person.
That's awesome because
So
there's a saying that
that-
says that when you meet your heroes, right?
Yeah,
Your idols, right?
yeah.
You'll be disappointed.
Like Otto had a chance to interview Nas and he didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
I was like, why? Why? He's like, I really love him. Like he's my favorite rapper and I just don't. I'm like, you're crazy. You know, he's like, I don't want to do it.
I would have did it in a heartbeat.
No, they
Right?
say they
That's
say
what I told
they
him.
say don't
Just
you'll be
it's the
disappointed.
same.
You'll be disappointed.
Huh?
Still
Hey,
the same as last time. It's
so,
still Esteban Oil.
Yeah.
hey,
That's
on
awesome.
that, I want to say,
Hold on, wait, player.
whoa, we're out of time. We're out of time.
The engineers are getting
I was just
overtime at
gonna
this
ask.
point.
I was just gonna tell.
No, okay.
No, I was gonna tell Dana.
Today, Junior.
I'm trying, motherfucker. Best chicken wings I ever had was in Houston,
Really?
and I do not remember the name of the place.
You want to know where the best chicken wings are on the planet? State Line.
The
It's in El
Nest.
Paso and New Mexico. It's right there on the border of Texas and is it Las Cruces?
I go to
and
El Paso,
Cruces?
you know?
Yeah, go to State Line.
Okay.
And they sell steaks, all of that. You're gonna get the bread, you're gonna get the wings, and you're gonna say, Dana was right.
Probably
There it
go-
is.
So,
Hey,
there
Now
it is.
walk us out.
On that,
Bigote.
Dana, thank you very much. It was our absolute pleasure having
Yes,
you both here. It
it
was
was.
wonderful, very enlightening. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you
Keep
so
knocking
much.
out of the park, both of you. Knock it out of
Appreciate
the park.
you.
Keep knocking
Thank
out
you
of the
so
park.
much.
So to that, I'm gonna turn it over to George to walk us out.
Who, me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jana, thank you.
You're welcome.
Dana, thank you. Miss
very
Cortez,
welcome.
mija, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Engineers, gracias. Timmy, shave.
The internet loves me.
Michael,
What's up?
you forgot your sunglasses, man.
No,
She didn't know you were looking at her.
I know.
Hey, son-in-law named Jeff. Gracias.
Dímelo.
Hey, go to our website, SeunevALifestylesCo.com. Get some shirts, merchandise there. Other than that, this is SeunevA Lifestyles Presents What's Happening. Let's go.
This is how we do it on the avenue.